All right. Welcome to Tech Soup, everybody. Let us know how long you've been a member of Tech Soup. I would love to know that. Let us know in the chat how long you've been a member. And Susan, I can't really see them right now, so go ahead and show that. How long they've
Sure.
been a member of Tech Soup, or just shout it out. Susan's been a member of 12
Oh,
years.
oh, oh, me? Yeah,
Yeah, let me know.
I've been a member of TechSoup since before we launched. I was hired to launch TechSoup. I was one of the people on the launch team, so I've been a member for 26 years, almost to the day.
Did that.
My
So y'all,
my first day was Valentine's Day of the year 2000.
you got an expert, you got a pro here. Okay, let me stop saying that. Okay, let us know how long you've been a member of TechSoup. And this will let me know also if the chat is working. I apologize. See, that's your finger getting caught up. But guess what? What I'm going to do while you're putting in the chat, I'm going to play our little theme song. We got a new theme song. Let me know if you can hear it. I might even sing for you.
Yeah.
You hear it, Susan?
Yep. Oh,
Awesome.
no.
You don't?
Yes. Yes, now I do.
It keeps going in and out.
Yeah.
Long before the world was wired in.
Yep.
We drew the map and paved the roadway. I'm not really gonna play. I'm just pretending like I'm playing. Have a little fun, you guys. Let us know how long you've been a member of TechSoup. Now the future moves faster, but we're here to help you through. In a world of endless choices, we bring clarity. So take a breath and settle in. I'll put this away. You don't have to choose alone.
It's a good prop.
Welcome to TechSoup. We're so glad you came. No, I got to do the guitar. Too much fun. The world is changing fast, but you won't face it unprepared. TechSoup is here beside you. Guidance that shows we care. Let us know how long you've been a member of TechSoup. Put it in the chat. Call them out, Susan.
Oh, okay, hold on. This is so funny. Um, Actually, I'm looking at the okay. Uh,
You
I'm
carry dreams. It's okay. It's okay. Let's
okay.
enjoy it.
9 years. We're
That
seeing
feels
6 months, 9 years, 2 years. A new member, Kathy. Welcome, Kathy.
Awesome. Welcome, Kathy. Okay, I want to continue singing for you, but I like to start on time. We are at the top of the hour, so thank you so much for letting us know how long you've been a member of TechSoup. Today, we're going to talk about simplifying nonprofit finances for greater impact. And our guest here is from Holdings, the CEO from Holdings. I'm going to show you how you can engage. While you're doing that, my name is Aretha Simons. I'm the webinar producer here at TechSoup. You all know if you've been here before, this is closed caption. You can turn on your closed caption. This is being recorded. We're going to send you the video replay. There will be no slides today. It's going to be a demonstration. So I love demos because you really get to see the ins and out. I'm going to get ready to move out of the way and turn this over to Susan Temby from TechSoup. You already know she's been here like forever. She's Cinderella. And I'm going to turn this over to you, Susan. Have a great webinar. Over to you.
Thank you. Thanks, Aretha. Hey, everyone. I'm Susan Tenby. I'm the Director of Global Community and Partnerships here at TechSoup. We're excited to partner with Holdings for Good. It's a mission-driven financial services company helping nonprofits strengthen their financial management. And as part of the collaboration, Holdings is sponsoring, super excited to let you guys know, 50 one-year TechSoup quad memberships to advance your financial literacy, your organization's financial literacy. So at the end of the session, we're going to share how to claim the sponsored free membership worth $200 for a one-year membership of TechSoup's Quad. In case you don't know what is this Quad you're talking about? Quad is a paid annual subscription membership service that provides your nonprofit organization with access to peer-to-peer community resources, solutions, additional discounts, offer already discounted stuff in our catalog. And also it includes content specifically designed for nonprofit members. It's like exclusive to membership. expert-led events to answer your questions that are interactive, both live and on demand, a dedicated member support team, over 200 courses for free designed for nonprofits from our 100 and 200 level courses, 80% discount off of our 300 level on demand and live courses. And eligible nonprofits can also benefit from additional discounts on our already discounted catalog. So your organization needs to be qualified as a TechSoup member, not just an individual member, but an organizational member in order to do this. Again, what all you guys need to do is fill out the form that Lashika, my colleague, will drop in the chat. Uh, this is going to be a short webinar today. Within 20 minutes, you'll have the link in your hands. And a little bit more about Quad, just so you understand what you're signing up for. It's really a way for nonprofit professionals to connect, learn, and grow together, bringing nonprofits and tech experts together in a shared space to exchange knowledge, access practical guidance and resources, and help your organization be more effective. So, what that means, like in practice, is you're going to get curated expert content, nonprofit specific courses, webinars, templates, how to guides, things like social media templates for Giving Tuesday, for example, small interactive group sessions with specialists, peer discussions, and as I mentioned, discounts and free stuff. You'll also have a chance as a member, you'll get connected with one-on-one with almost like a nonprofit geek squad who will do a tech audit and recommend products for your mission. So it's a great thing. We launched Quad a couple years ago. It costs $200 and each organization gets 10 seats. But thanks to our generous sponsor Holdings, they're making it free for today's participants in this webinar. So their support really will empower you, your nonprofit, to access tools, expertise, and community that you need to fulfill your mission better. So without further ado, I'm delighted to introduce Jason Garcia, the CEO of Holdings, who will share how their platform can support your organization and just tell you a little bit more why they decided to sponsor you all to become Quad members. And so, Jason, take it away.
Thank you, Susan. Thanks everyone for joining us. I'm one of the co-founders here at Holdings. We spend a lot of our time, most of our time, working directly with nonprofit leaders and helping different state associations on the financial side of their work. Obviously, most people join nonprofits not to do bookkeeping and accounting. They're, trying to push your missions forward, and you're dealing with a lot of stresses in your roles. And then on nights and weekends, you get to do your banking and your accounting. And you have a relatively higher risk than some other businesses being so reliant on fundraising and funders. We try to make that a lot easier for the nonprofits that we work with. Our platform uh, for the most part is free. We do have some paid services where we can step in and we can help support and take some things off of your plate. But we'll talk more about that. The nonprofits that we talk to most of the time are managing multiple funding streams, trying to track the individual donations, grants, program dollars. You might have a lean team. We see that in pretty much every one of our customers that we work with. And so our platform and product is designed to make that a lot easier and having it all in one place. If you're like many of our customers that we work with, you might most likely are working with QuickBooks and a local bank, and then trying to stitch those different platforms together and make sure that the reconciliation is correct. Um, our platform can complement those tools or can replace those tools if you need to. Just a quick word on TechSoup and our partnership here on Quad side. We felt like this was an important relationship and an important way for us to support the nonprofit community. Uh, as you know, with Quad, they're providing you with expert guidance and training. For us, financial literacy is one of those items that is just really important. That regardless of whatever organization you're running, It's something that we all need to kind of increase and get better at. We live in a world now where funding and fundraising is changing rapidly, and the risks are higher on being able to get funded. And so having resources like Quad is extremely important. And here at Holdings, we want to, provide as many opportunities for success for you and the community as much as we can. So, talking a little bit more about Holdings and just giving kind of a high level, we're going to keep this short because we all have things to do, and no shortage of things to get done before the end of the workday. Um, Let me share my screen, and we'll kind of walk you through the platform itself. I am going to go off of camera while I'm sharing this, so you don't have to watch my eyes move around. But uh, here, Susan, can you see this, by the way?
Yes,
Just making sure. Okay,
yes, yes.
perfect. So this is our platform. So as I talked about, all of the jobs to be done in the financial world of nonprofits, relies on spreadsheets or business design tools that really don't fit nonprofits in general. And so we've designed this in a way to complement. Most teams are not lucky to have a fully staffed out finance team that can manage all these different platforms to do all these different jobs. So in our platform, you actually have your accounting and your banking in one place. And the idea is that by having banking and accounting slash bookkeeping integrated, we reduce the amount of time that you have to spend doing these jobs. And moving money reduces the amount of reconciliation that you might need to do. So you have your normal banking platform here that's completely free. If you, as a nonprofit, are paying fees for wires and ACH and monthly fees to be able to use a bank, that's probably not the best use of resources. So our platform has free wires, free ACH, free debit cards, free monthly access, and so you're not paying any kind of wasted banking fees. That's something that we've all seen on the consumer side. We don't really pay for banking anymore. Nonprofits really shouldn't either. And so our platform is completely free. If you do have relationships with your local banks because you're fundraising and you're taking in grants or whatever else it might be, keep those relationships. You can actually connect those platforms and banking partners to our platform. And so you can establish and keep those relationships healthy, but can transfer money in and hold them here. This account, as you can see, hopefully in the URL, this is a demo account. And so if you do want to just go and see this on your own, you can go to demo.holdings.io and create an account and kind of play around with it in a low risk and no obligation way. But here you can see it functions just like a bank. You've got your money in and your money out. Transfers are very quick. Like I said, they're all free. Where our platform is different is nonprofits, as you all know, have different types of funding streams and have to do fund accounting. We make this a lot easier by you being able to create multiple different accounts for whatever else it might be. So let's say it's a new grant. Um, and I want to set that up. That is now created here with a click of a button. It has its own account number, routing number. It doesn't have fees, and every dollar in every one of these accounts earns yield. So if you have any kind of chunk of money that is sitting there and inside of a checking account, you're not earning anything. One, you might be paying fees, and two, you're probably not earning anything that can provide more resources. For us, it's all free, but it also every item earns yield. So here you can segment your funds. This is nice because in your board packets, you're probably, trying to segment and say, hey, this is what is restricted and unrestricted. This is what we're spending in this certain program that we run. By creating different accounts, you have that at a glance, and so it makes it a lot easier in real time to see where your programs are sitting and your cash is sitting. In cards, we have cards and debit cards. These cards can be tied to certain programs. So let's say it's uh, tied to this grant that we just created. I can create it for myself, for a team member. You can also create it for volunteers. So if you have volunteers spending on behalf of the organization and you don't want to give them a credit card or something that has untethered access, you can create it here. And the nice thing about this is that it's external, but you can create the different uh, what's it called? Jesse, I'm going to make up a birth date here for you. Um, but you can create different physical cards and virtual cards. These cards can have budgets, so you can enforce daily and monthly budgets. So if you're worried about spend getting out of hand or you're constantly overspending on certain programs that you're running, this is a way that you can not only issue safe funds so that people don't overspend on the limits that you want them to, but two, you can always stay in budget, which is important for, your board and fiduciary obligations. And so again, these are kind of our primary banking and financial management sections of the platform. As you go down further, we actually have accounting. So if you are using a QuickBooks or paying for any kind of software for accounting, we can either complement it because our banking does integrate natively to QuickBooks, so all that data will flow in, or you can use our accounting platform. This is free inside of our platform as well. You can do all of your bookkeeping and accounting inside of our platform. And so you're not paying for an additional software, and then you're also not logging into a separate platform to try to make sure it's making sense of all the numbers. The nice thing here too is you can connect different bank accounts. So even if you do keep those other banking relationships that you have today, you can do that by adding the accounts here, and it will pull in all the transactions inside of Holdings, and it'll pull in the transactions from others. The one advantage of using the Holdings accounts with our accounting platform is it has better AI and machine learning to be able to categorize the transactions for you. Rather than, if it's not our banking product, then we don't have the ability to see as much data to do those. And so our goal, we're continually improving this platform to automate more and more of the accounting so that you're spending less time doing any accounting on your own. Now, if you sorry, just really quick on the report side, you can get all the different reports that you need to show to your board. Um, and if you're staying up on the transactions, then it's an easy export, and it makes it a lot easier to prepare for those board meetings. If you are wanting to be completely hands off and you want a bookkeeper, we actually have bookkeeping service where we will staff a human that will do the bookkeeping for you. If they have questions about what a transaction means or what it was for, in our platform, it'll just message you and say, "Hey, we want to understand a little bit more." But that's really your involvement. From there, they're preparing the reports, they're making sure that it's closed on time, and you can be completely hands off. This is all based on the annual revenue that you have as an organization. So the different revenue streams that you might have. Somebody asked me at an event that we had last night, does this include in kind? We don't really think about in kind here. This is really just the cash portion of the revenue that you're bringing in. Um, so you can remove the in-kind number to this, but for these different tiers, you have different monthly spend that you would be paying for the subscription. This is optional, and this is really the only thing that we charge for. Outside of that, the rest of the platform is free. And again, our goal is to help you make finances a lot easier. Um, in your day to day, and so you're spending less time. Our relationship here on the quad side is to also give you the knowledge and know-how to be able to complement using a tool like Holding, so what are the best practices for either applying for grants, managing the grants, or any reporting afterwards, or best ways to manage an online donation or a fundraiser. Um, and so yeah. So this is Holdings. If you do have questions, we'd love to answer those here at the end of the call, and happy to give you a demo, a more in-depth demo. The onboarding process for us, you actually just apply online, And then we will help you set up these different accounts. So as a part of the onboarding process, we can have a short call to understand, what would be the best structure here to make sure that you have those real-time views on where your cash is and how it's being spent. We can also help you think through like what is that structure and how that would help you in your relationship with your boards and what budgets you might want to set up in order to make sure that you're staying fiscally responsible. We can help in being a trusted advisor in that way, making sure that your hygiene for your finances and accounting are in a good spot. So that's a high level on holdings and our product. We'd love to hear more of the different challenges that you might be facing on a day to day as as you continue to go through quad and learn more about different ways to up level or improve your the way that you run your organization on better ways that holdings can help you. um, so yeah, Susan, I think that's about everything that we have on the platform side. But we would
There's some
we
question. There is a question that came in about your background. I see Jesse's answering it, but I just want, if you want to say anything else about kind of about you guys, just so people know and trust you.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. So we've been around since 2022, I believe. So we've been around for quite a few years. We work with thousands of organizations. We work with organizations across the US. We're partnered with most of the state associations for the states that have kind of a structured state association. So that's one way that we get introduced to our customers. We are funded. We have a series of investors that have backed us. So we've raised 7 million in total as an organization to kind of build out the platform. Me and Jesse are both financial, you know, professionals. Him and I actually work together running the finance organization of a business, and I was brought in. We doubled that business in 6 months together, and ultimately brought in new ownership. I've been a CFO multiple times, and then I've also spent a lot of my career building out banking products or banking portfolios. It was at Silicon Valley Bank, was at Goldman Sachs, at KPMG, and then the Bill.com, if you're familiar with that at all. I was on the leadership team for one of their products. And then most recently was building out a different banking platform that focused just on startups. And Holdings for Good is really kind of our love letter to nonprofits because, finance is difficult, high stakes. And us being CFOs and accountants doesn't mean that that's where you want to spend your time too. So we don't have credit cards. We only have debit cards today. We do partner with credit card providers, so we can actually help you get qualified for credit cards. We can also help you understand what credit cards are good to use, what kind of value that you might want to get. So, um, is it possible to have multiple user accounts with different roles? I apologize for not showing this. So, um, the short answer is yes. We have different types of roles that you can add in here. There, your super admin is your admins have a lot more rights to be able to do different things inside of the platform. You can add a bookkeeper that will just have you only. They can't do anything inside of the platform, but they can pull all the necessary reports and data. You can also have a member in here. Nice. Derek Zoolander. I didn't notice we added him to our platform. But here you can see that the permissions are they can view balances, they can export data. But here you can see they can edit cards on the admin side. They can make the money movement, so move money in and out. We have the notifications as well. So if you do have somebody come in here and you gave them higher permissions, but you still want that visibility, not only do we track it in terms of auditability and provide to your auditors themselves, but we also have notifications you can get through text or email to let you know every time somebody moves money. You can dial that up and down too if that gets too annoying for you. Terms of the entities too. So if you have multiple entities that you're working with, you can actually create different accounts for them. And again, this is all demo, but with these different accounts, you can easily switch between different organizations that you might be managing. Um, so yeah, and we are only designed in the U.S. market. We cannot bank anyone that does not have a U.S. EIN, so they need to be a U.S. based business, or they can have employees outside of the U.S., but the organization needs to be organized here.
Thank you so much. I think that we are kind of nearing the end of our window for. I just wanted to thank everyone for joining us today. And as I mentioned earlier, Holdings for Good is sponsoring 51-year quad memberships. So thank you for that. Their goal is to help nonprofits strengthen their internal financial management processes and selected organizations. So that means not all of you, only 50. So the first 50 that sign up on the link that Lashika put in the chat, or the 50 that are selected from this form, will gain access to Quad for 1 year. And then they will also have access to Holdings financial experts, and be able to speak with Jason and Jesse as needed. And I think that's it. So just to apply, you're going to visit tinyurl.com/quad 2026 and complete the short form. Quad is only available to US nonprofits at this time. Does anyone have any other questions for me? Yes, Anne. You can go off mute. Or I don't know if actually this tool allows that. I don't know if we're in Zoom webinar. I don't think it does allow you to go off. So you can just put it in your chat. Quad is using my personal email instead of work. Because I'm working at home today. No.
I can unmute her so she can ask a
Okay.
question so it makes
Yeah.
sense. And I'm gonna unmute you 1 second. Let me find you in here.
Totally not totally following your question, Anne. So as soon as you're unmuted, please feel free to elaborate.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi,
Hi,
Anne.
sorry. So when I click on that link, I'm at home on my personal computer, but I do a lot of work from it. But it's only processing through Google.
The form you're talking about.
Yes.
It's just a Google form. So you can
But
yeah, you can log out of your Google email and log into your work email and fill it out that way.
even though it's not a Google email, my work one.
Correct. It's just
Okay.
we just and you can also just provide another email in the form. You can click through from your Gmail if you want and then provide another email address in the form.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
It's
Thank
it's
you.
just it's just a quick Google form we put together for the purpose of Quad acquisition today, just for the sponsorship. It's not a formal thing and it's not going to be your Quad email address.
Okay, awesome. Thanks.
Good question though. Anyone else have a question for me? Feel free to just dump the word yes in the chat. Holdings is Jeff, it's a for-profit company. What kind of transparency do you provide? Can we view your financial?
So
Okay.
yeah, I can take this. Yeah, we are organized as a for-profit company. In terms of transparency, we're happy to be transparent. Help organizations understand how we're funded, how we're scaling, whatever other questions you might have.
And they are a generous sponsor for Quad. That you're not signing up for Holdings right now. You're signing up for a Quad membership, and they are we're very delighted to have their generous sponsorship. So thank you, Holdings. Uh, Anyone else have a question for me? Okay. Well, given that, and you can also always email me. Lashika, can you put my email address in the, I guess I can put it in as well. It's just s10b@techsoup.org. So you can always, I'm going to just drop it in. Um, Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for I agree with MJ. Thank you for the sponsorship. It's really nice because it's saving all of you guys $200. And this is me. If you have any further questions, you want clarification about any of it, feel free to write to me directly. I can forward the email. And I'm seeing that people are completing the form in real time, so that's wonderful. We only have 50 spots, so grab that URL, click through it so you don't lose it, and or copy and paste it into your browser, and Lashika just put it in again. And yeah, we have a limit of 50. So thank you for signing up for the webinar today, and thank you Holdings, and thank you everyone. And we will see you soon. Take care.